Very warm welcome to the conference, all of you. I am not very knowledgeable, that's why I'm sitting in this session, because I'd like to learn more about it. So this talk will be about NavIC, the game changer. It's called the Indian Region Navigation Pattern System. So I think very happy to talk about it. Thank you much. So if I like to introduce my data about the question very bad. We need the faculty in the department is still in environmental engineering. As well as the project that is for the technology innovation, maybe Tirupati and Navavishkar, IITTNiF Foundation, Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems. His area of interest is water resource planning and management, stochastic hydrology system. He has published a number of high-quality student international journals and conference papers, and currently the trainers focus with translational research, promotion research, and market innovation. Next panelist we have Mr. Bharat. He's a global civil entrepreneur and angel investor with 30 years of experience in building and scaling technology ventures across various domains, such as embedded software, EVPN development. He has been to 5 exits, including 2 IPOs, and has developed and IITTNiF. He's a Stanford Executive Program Manager. We have Lieutenant Stephen. He is a distinguished Indian Army veteran with remarkable career spanning over 25 years in the field of standardized navigation systems. His journey began in 1998 when he embarked on subject matter expert. Notably, he served as the system manager for the development and for the armed forces from 2013 to 2011. Despite excelling in his role, his passion for research led to a early retirement for the research to the Institute of Satellite. And Lieutenant General Dr. Anil Kapoor.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And I will see an EVP on you here. So maybe you can say a few words.
I am the Director General Information Systems and Director General Electronics and Mechanical Engineers of the Indian Army and superannuated in December 2020. And ever since after that, I joined the Institute of Defense Technology. We opened that institution for a PhD and MTech program in defense technologies. And then I've been with IIT now, both as a board member of the Technology Innovation Hub governing body and a professor of practice. So I actually teach design thinking. That's the subject that I fancy and enjoy interacting, and of course, have been participating in a number of geospatial for and talking about NavIC and learn about NavIC as well.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think I am not using my because you're near. So, yeah. So, yes, thank you. So, I think the whole idea of this session was to kind of give a brief about NavIC. What is about NavIC? What is happening with it? It's I think one of the systems which government of India has started. So the story behind I think I'll ask William to tell about it later in the session. But we as a technology innovation, we feel like it is very important that we have assets of the implemented within the Indian ecosystem, which is some homegrown GPS. So without any further delay, what I'm going to do is we'll have about 5 to 10 minutes from each of our panel members. They'll be talking about the journey of NavIC, what is the current status of startups, how they can actually work on NavIC. And then I can also recommend Anita sir to talk more about in general how different industries and sectors can benefit from this. So to start off with, I would ask Brother Milind sir to start with the history and talk more about his NavIC and his journey with NavIC.
Yeah. See, we have all heard about the GPS. We began with quite some time now. It's part of the technology domain of the GNSS, Global Navigation Satellite System. Satellite system is used for anything. That's what. In 1980s, GPS was developed because of the delay that Cold War, the restrictions of Cold War interactions with US and USSR. Once the GPS was developed, we get GLONASS. Initially, as an instrument of Cold War, basically to support the armed forces, specifically the Air Force. Air Force has supplied long distance. That's why we had a global system supported by satellite. They started this. Even today, it's technically called a snapshot. Is controlled only by your and here. That's why but this is funded in space. For now, we cannot everywhere. You make it controlled with your carriers. So whatever they say is you are to this is coverage, this is coverage not be given because of security intelligence. They will do it. For the NPL there, then part of NASA will be playing satellite. Like that. Similar to that, we have a global machine. Now, this system was developed by America. It's suitable for the temporary use. Yeah, that's imperative which people are not, it's not the policies. It's not adopted in the developed countries and the countries are using it. We are assuming that it's good for our region. Not. Yet the shape of that is not sphere. But we have to start to think it's like a sphere. Global for a sphere. Oblate star, it's like this. Got a major axis, got a major axis. And it's suited for the sun by 23. So suited to the plane of the day. Equator is stated after the plane of movement around the sun, centered at 23. And this provides globe into 5 parts. Sorry, I will choose more of the global side and telling more about technology. I think that the close terms. So we should have more of the course, social media. Okay, so I'll tell that also later. In this, we have included. We have this divided into 5 regions. They are included into the zone. They are not temperate zone, not zone. Then south temperate zone, south zone. Satellites. There is no one orbit of a satellite, orbital pattern, not the plane orbit. Orbit plane can give coverage to entire area. Like GPS is not circular orbits. There are 6 circular orbits and which 4 satellites are there. They cannot cover the entire field. Because circular orbit, there will be optimization on the region, one of the side region. So the GPS is optimization and not control. So Russians discovered another very complicated the orbital pattern of the plates. It's called one which goes to a global like this. It goes 1/3 like this and 2/3 like this. Most inclined and linear orbit. So this is almost linear orbit, giving coverage to North Pole. Because their income slides in North Pole. Today, we see that part of Russia is part of Russia, North Pole, they have occupied different opportunities coming. It's all supported by their system. GLONASS is nothing but same thing in Russian country. Global Russian system, Russian language called GLONASS. Now, for equal region, we do not have a system. And this necessity to have a system of spread in Indian context, spread during carbon. So during what we had, people faced ammunition or bombs or rockets in power, whatever what we can use, used against the adversary in conflict. But GPS people, they did not let us use GPS system. We do not use it. Because of that, we always ensure that the purchase if we're working with GPS become ineffective, and then we have to go for normal development to be effective. More than 150 people died because of this. This one accident. One of the lyrics is right to we can take it as a thing. But I think those are the things why did this happen? Last week, there was so much of tragedy. There was a field there, there's no minister, then what the other community was. They found that we should listen to only the couple of people going on international places for mediation part. We was not said to urban government of India had to go. I had to be the person selected by the government and to create a center. They are going to America first because America is marketing country. They don't go on board officers. We never get to interact with the technology. The technology is not what comes open minded and etc. But when the marketing is active, they don't make the page the secret to show that it's one time nothing is practical on the ground. We go to Russia. Russians interactive, they are technically interactive directly, and we're ready to do. There is an agreement between India and Russia to share activities. But in this economic discussion, we found out the concept which I told you that we have taxes, filtering, coverage of zone, and we don't be disobedient. The orbital patterns, all that is significant. When we sat internally with this zone, we found out that we will get cover equal region. We have to go beyond this their satellite orbital plane. The Russian plane around it comes down to 1,000 kilometers. And it goes up very high. In America, it is 20,000 kilometers. 20,000 kilometers average height. We went to 36,000 kilometers. The power is important. Main reason is that the platform above us is very what the way progress. And what it was simulation, the ion simulation, the technical term, it keeps happening daily, it keeps happening, and it happens, the pattern is dynamic. The pattern is 3 times a year, it changes, and it goes on a very good cycle of around 6 years also. The air quality bonds. So, but compared to this, to the temporary region, where details is service, because created for their region, the US and extended to European region, then Japan. That region, the air quality is very safe. So, see, we have a lot of errors in this transmission, and then we have to compensate all the errors at the receiver. All errors can be mathematically calculated and compensated, except for this IOST. IOST errors by itself introduces 6 meter image. And to overcome that, innovation was we suggested method, and the innovation constant rate, which is now applied on GPS instruments and we put in temperature. In our thing, innovation model phase. When their own person, there is nothing else, the person is like to studying IOST continuation. The Secretary of ION, instead of maybe it was almost a lot of everything. That's the news that we have. Now, he himself tried to put in some solutions to project. He failed. Then we ourselves incorporated the political situation for the area and studied this IOST constraint and often different concepts. That is, there is no one company. They have a dynamic company, which includes geography based, it will time based. And if it's adopted in a navigation system, you will be able to do. That's what they created. So when we go to the world, it is able to go like this, we take the sanctions market. First of all, the general people will be able to make a ship or navigation. The general, they are using general frequency. We created LPC, we go to LPC. In LPC, only different satellites. It's not counted. LPC, and we created that all NSS band. You see, there are only navigation, the band or navigation that is band or where anyone is working. We create a regional navigation that needs to come back. And if you enter, you go for it and you go for HVAC. HVAC is our own band. We have fought for nicely, they get HVAC. The people are big, companies or they don't expect that what can come out of this community. But definitely the December 2019 of system, the June 2019 system function, December 2019, ISRO presented a paper to the world how HVAC connection based navigation is very important. The importance of regional vision is there. 2/3 of world trade takes place in our region. That will really be is what it takes around 50% of world trade goes to Indonesia. Where India is supposed to be part of it, but then protect the ships and all. That is how the system, IRNSS system can be. It's the same direction. What we're doing is we also have a governance system. It's supporting ITOM. No, we're coming to it. Coming to human. Now we do navigation Indian council. So now per se, the system now can. Instead of having a global people per se, we started in a small region and trying to go around the things. We have in the globe, we concentrated initially on the with about 7 satellites, 11 satellites say, we're slowly going around the 24 set of translation with around the India. In the meanwhile, scientists themselves reached 2 people from Australia. We have brought them to Bangalore. They come one of the institutions getting the meeting of scientists in America. They studied that there is not all this what is the orbital pattern. We have American system, European Galileo system, then Russian, the Japanese putting from Cuban system, Chinese Viking system, Chinese started with 30 satellites, others started with 24 satellites. China took 56 satellites also. Still, we are not able to do a coverage in equal regions. We are covering in 7 satellites. And we are using some of the reference. That's the importance of NAV. That's why NAV is a game changer. If where in digital context, there are 2 technologies, L1 L2. L2 is 300, L1 is 300 meters. From 300 meters with other additional systems, we're trying to reduce the 10 meters. But if I put a GPS going to display, the location will go around and come back. Around the point. This point can be a couple of kilometers. If I put a NavIC system, that is it. So once it becomes 1 meter in India, one part of the way, expressway is 300 meters. That is the problem for the logistics to move. And when you have 12 feet, 10 feet before the sea, how do you move it inside? So this makes the opportunity for exchange. Our cities are completely different to wire.
So given that like want to hear from like how do you think NavIC will help us in various sectors, especially in the
So let me certainly cover NavIC in such a detail. Let me take a little detour and get into before I say on the application, the emerging technology scenario. Now, while NavIC is one very big value add that is happening, concurrently, now actually you need ICT interface to create an ecosystem for applications. So PLT, which is positioning, navigation, and timing, is one of the key things. And even America, we are aware that they are one of the oldest, like you brought out, in terms of PLT, but over the last 2 years, they have had major problems with their PLT. The number of the PLT is subject to 2 kinds of attacks. One is the electronic warfare, which is the communication system, and the other is cyber. So we call it cyber conflicts. And it's been twice in the last 2 years that the various infections because of a cyberpanic attack. So very interesting, they started thinking about and it shows a resilient PLT, and they're working for a federal system, which is terrestrial system in addition to GPS. To make sure that at any point in time, they have a layer available so that if GPS is failing for some reason of cybertronics. They have a parallel layer based on which the system can go on. Because today, positioning, navigation, and timing is key to our lives. And by the way, if you look at it from an application domain, today you've got robotic surgery happening. The world is transcending from automation to autonomy. And when we talk autonomy, we have manned, unmanned systems, and purely unmanned systems, autonomous. And if it's a purely autonomous system, it is entirely dependent on the PAT information to carry out every function. And in the technology landscape, therefore, when we look at it, we're going in for 5G and 6G to get data speeds. You may have data speeds, but if you're not able to process data very fast, you'll not be able to create that kind of information, and therefore quantum is important. And therefore, transformation is actually going to generate data because it's going to create sensors. And the sensor is going to create data. The volume of data is going to be big data. Processing of the data requires also machine which can handle at least 60 teraflops. That means teraflops per second. Today, our laptops handle about 2 to 5 teraflops per second, the best laptop. The need is about 60 if you were to actually use the power of 5G. And for that, you need quantum, and therefore the quantum technology. So when we look at the continuum of technologies, which is required to make sure that your robust system, you need semiconductors, you need 5G, you need 6G, and you need quantum. Because with this, you're able to ward off some kind of a cyber. Quantum is a good way of warding off this threat in some way. The other is that we are transcending from electronic warfare, hardcore electronic warfare spectrum, which is gigahertz based, to a laser based system. So that is the second transition. Now that said, that now in place, what he brilliantly brought out that in the equatorial region, you have precision in terms of the kind of errors that you can expect. The error is going to be rather low. And while navigation is one very important subject, the bigger subject is, I'll give you some examples now, is certainly doctors on call. Now, this is becoming a big concept that all these specialists globally are trying to get together to create an ecosystem where the patient lying in the operation theater, but would be monitored by a number of doctors from remote locations. And there'll be one key surgeon will be active, and there's a back end team of surgeons. And they all will be, the operation will be going on by robots. Now, for this kind of system to be successful, you need a very, very precise system of PNG, which today is possible because of now. So in India, the robotic surgery is going to become a reality with 5G and NavIC put together. Because the throughput of data is going to be such that the robot will be able to carry out very precise operations, which will be required right from a child through to another. So that's one. I'm just trying to give you the impact it will have on something which is as, if I may use the word, dangerous as carrying out an operation autonomous. Other than that, agriculture is a big area. So a lot of precision agriculture needs to be done. That means we should be very sure when should we plant the seeds. Because we should be able to read the complete ecosystem of temperature, humidity, accurately to be able to plant the seed at the right time. And therefore, the magic now in India, precision agriculture is going to be a great reality, which will increase the yield any number of times. Now, there was a study carried out in Andhra and one of the villages by Microsoft along with ICRISAT. ICRISAT is the Indian satellite, agriculture research institution. And they found that if the timing is right, you can improve the yield by 50% just by the right time. So that is the kind of value add that one can look at. with NavIC. The other thing I want to tell is, what is very important of this process called blue post tracking. I mean, at any point in time, a commander on ground must know where his troops are, where his tanks are. And in a way where you have both enemy tanks and your tanks, enemy troops and your troops, it's very important to be able to isolate your troops from the enemy troops, lest there is satisfied. And therefore, it's a NavIC now today is a great instrument, and we are very upbeat in the defense to be able to use these NavIC materials so that firstly, the commanders on ground will get common operating picture and a real-time situational awareness, which is very, very important. He mentioned about what happened in Kargil operations. Now that the satellite and NavIC is in your control, I think it's a great opportunity to be able to create information decision support system, which is based on a common operating picture, trial service. So when you look at trial service, you have a common operating picture, you have real-time situational awareness, and then you will be able to carry out the operations surgically. And the last example I'd like to give is, after 26/11, it was a big problem, especially in high seas, to be able to isolate enemical elements on boats, speedboats, or ships. Today, we are putting NavIC receivers in all our friendly ships, all our friendly boats, whether they are fishermen or otherwise, and we are able to precisely track and identify friend from foe, which is very, very important in both. So that is the kind of landscape this technology stack is going to bring on the table. And I think NavIC is perhaps the most important value add. And that's where I'd like to say that NavIC is not only for India. It is for sure going to make a big difference in India, but there's a IRNSS or GNSS for the world. I think what we're going to do for the world is another layer beyond GPS, which can easily be used to do the business with better accuracy, with more resilience for today. Thank you. Please, sir.
Now I would like to request Mr. Varat to talk about more I think how this NavIC can help the startup ecosystem in India. Is there any scope of this, or like how the business employees in India using NavIC?
Thank you. First, I want to give you a kind of context. We have supported certified GNSS, global navigation service. So the GPS, GLONASS, enemy of Europe, then Baidu of China, then we have NSAS, collectively we are all called all these constellations collectively various GNSS. So the good example I will give is Xerox. Generally people would say Xerox is big. Actually the right word is Vodafone. Not the right. So what is happening today is that if you just go and use a GPS, find anything in the navigation, like even the video. They call it however NavIC GPS, you can GPS. So you can imagine to that extent the brand is started. And I just wanted to bring that like in terms of NavIC, what is the innovation? Like you said, there are a lot of challenges with the same concept. And where we are differentiated, and this differentiated. See, the footprint of NavIC is available from West of Africa right to the coast of Australia. That means anybody who's region can get the signals of NavIC. And do their application of the discussing. It's military application, whether it's agriculture, it's railways, highways, and so on. So just to tell you that all this collectively giving those, let's say, wide population, navigating many changes, and there are certain applications, for example, mining, which is, let's say, legal navigation. There are signals are more than supposed to go underground, the GPS signals are not. And so there are certain applications in which conservation is really important. You also mentioned the word level. You can see level is nothing but details communication. And there are errors it has, and you need to correct that. And so that is the system launched by so the connection satellites, both satellites are launched. So in addition to the triangulation, 3 of GPS, with 4 of ours, make it 2%. So with Gagan plus our IRNSS, and then it's called NavIC. Now, there is a report just about 2 months back over the United States. Many aircrafts from US, they were hacked. The GPS were hacked for very long distance, almost 20 minutes. They were at different paths. And this is because the signal that is provided by the hacker looked like a GPS when it was stopped. And they were going in the wrong direction. And they realized it only when they contacted power. They said, don't you know, you're in the wrong direction. That is how they connected the path. But I'm just saying, these kind of issues still exist. It is more because it's still not an upgraded technology. Whereas we have come in recently. So the latest, all those challenges that we had in the previous observations like GLONASS, they've overcome that. In terms of the way this signal is structured, and you can easily make out who is the hacker, who is genuine, all that you can do there. And let's not cite a couple of examples of operation before and then very good solution is in agriculture, there is something called soil mapping. And there is one example that the research conducted by Central Agriculture Research Institute in Delhi. They were figuring out why apples are growing in Bangladesh and not in other parts of the country. So what they did was to map the soil conditions. So on. And they found out apple in Isaiah, they saw the similar conditions. And they brought apple saplings from there. And apples are growing in so the same apple that was growing there in Northshore is also available in that. So I'm just giving an example of how in agriculture, this NavIC has played a role. This is one research that is conducted. And similar to that, this what's called this labor delinquency. Labor delinquency is that in Interdisciplinary they had this problem of municipal workers. They don't go to clean up things, but then they already write and they are going to so there's people monitoring to come up with a system. So they came up with a device that is actually based on NavIC. You have to put it on your person. So when you're moving, they know where you are and you can put it out. And basis that your radius is connected. So I'm just giving an example of how the municipal situations of corporations, city corporations. These kind of applications are used. In fact, accuracy. Even there are cases where the farmers even have to do drone operations. We call the drone pilots. So I have seen this in some of the drone manufacturers in India, particularly where the farm, they say they want to spray a pesticide or they want to spray a particular chemical in a particular farm or land. They have to figure more and it will complete the entire cycle in time. So these, I'm telling you today, the biggest challenge that farmers have, the lack of farming hands, the helping hands in agriculture. There are no more people. Their own children don't want to be profit. So this technology is very available and with NavIC integrated accuracy. They were doing this like you can reach almost 3 centimeters. But we don't need that. But I'm just saying it is to that extent we could materialize the signal. There is where patterns play a major role. In our own institution, what we are doing is we are incubating and supporting startups. Then funding to realize ideas, to bring it to prototype, to bring it to MVP level. And thereafter, we can different in market. So that is just a brief introduction about what is happening in terms of innovation in that.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to request if there are any questions from the audience. You want to know your I have quick 5 minutes.
Sometimes I find that it's just now it's even in ice, right? Like you said, it's going to become more rural and then it's back.
Right now, we are covering the market question. From the specific to Uganda, to coverage rate, with 6 meters, 4 meters, 17 meters, 6 meters, 6 meters, 4 meters. The way you have done for GPS, 300 meters to 10 meters, you can reduce from 4 meters to 0.1. So that's how the decision will be taken. The government of India has announced by 2024 to have covered the environment. So that will be released in the program. We will get 25 meters. They launched one new generation of satellite now, NM-ICPS. Another 3 more NM-ICPS satellites will be launched, then other satellites will be upgraded. So mostly the mission until 2024, no, 2025.
Some new topic.
Yeah, I just added a lot of good facts.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. No, I just added some more things right now to the group for you. The parameters in 6D has been there, and navigation system has to be there, which is between 1 to 10 centimeters. So, in 5G, also internet sections. There is only telecom electronics type of thing. Here in 6G, they put a PNG, and the timing component of the way it should be taken what is 10 nanoseconds has to be there. Both are being met by as of today. The 3rd July, Indian government announced that 60 alliance. Any government wants to take on 60, we have started by patents, maybe 22% of patents in 60 will be Indian. It's a target. In there, PNT plays a very major role. And in PNT also, when we talk about NavIC, see, every other system, GPS and GLONASS are all military oriented. In case of NavIC, it's completely public. It's a context. So, the government of certified defense structures, government of India understood this for the ability of using satellite based communication system, and it made it completely public. It's no only private satellite. Government puts up policies, and it is up to the electronic industry to observe the way they want. There is no one who is it. In addition to that, people have got 2 signals, GLONASS has got 2 signals, NavIC has got 4 signals, and NavIC has got 5 signals. In all this, only one signal is given free of cost, which is the lower grade signal that is given free of cost. In NavIC, we have very high frequency signal, 2 signals are there, both are given free of cost. So this is no problem. Very high frequency. Otherwise, signal is locked in detail, not given to any public detail. Now, they put it on the 3rd signal also, that is also given free of cost. So the entire aim of the government should develop. But using this thing, they are covering the region which is underdeveloped. So using this technology, we are able to develop. To support all this, we have nominated Tirupati as a hub, which interface with the world election. Whatever at the country level, in the interface of the world outside, and take this technology to people. Or use this context. Because support 60, we are talking about 18,000 satellites that are registered out. Applications in which 18,000 satellites close to support 60. How to locate 18,000 satellites? That's a little one thing. That's the context of now. And that's how it's sort of been. I also want to add this. See, where I travel the world to track the needs. institutions that are running similar programs. If we go to country and find it, there are many countries that we cannot afford to have a real set of population. So NavIC is a good alternative for that because this, like I said, meets the individual requirement. So we say it much after many countries there not afford. So I'm just saying to you that on the one hand, all that you heard about military and other applications. Since we are fully oriented for civilian in the future selection, it is going to help all these nations who are relevant, or you can call them as the next gen countries that are coming up. So their economy will also get a boost. So just to tell you, we find knowledge is already collaborating with NavIC, and we want to collaborate even with applications. Let's give one example, but like that, every government is discussing as a government. And the government of India has also said is NavIC to be made all these countries, and they remove them with previous years. It said 3 fields. Now the process will also be able to do these countries. Like if there are any other questions.
So many are using the input like incorporate these. I think Jaipur like basically for the public matter.
I think that we are the only thing now. Anyone the system or the creation, we are replacing of the level like that one. With the non-Moderator. No, we have mission, but I like this for what we did. We are company created only for now. We are working on producing devices, hardware, software, everything that we do. That is kind of technology which is going to go to a higher level. And then today we have all types of equipment, military supply engineering. And already with thousand of high precision instruments for military is conducted. High quality government. Yeah, it was much more competitive. If people want to, we found that someone told us pricing at whatever they wanted. We priced it at X amount. That X amount is 1/3 of cost of the. That was the thing about it. It's an easy price. So here I would like to also let something that said, even the mobile, all the mobile that is very rich, but the deal is how the city is back. And now we all the cars that we have to go, they really have the rich customers. So that is the value. And another thing that has happened is also in terms of the city will be affected. We thought a lot of more assets they're all trying to work with the Islamic signal and make it more. That is which is something which is not there before. And we're working towards.
In fact, the Indian railway is going about it in a very big way because of the high-speed trains that are there now and the accuracy that you need. They're not only using it on trains, they're also using it for unmanned crossings, all unmanned railway crossings. And NavIC enables so that when the train is about 10 minutes away, you have enough routers which go on to caution the public that the train travel is, a train moving through is imminent, so that you avoid such accidents, because unmanned level crossing should do it. So there is a huge amount of flurry of activity which is happening.
And the real game changers are agents. I was looking at what Ministry of Work Council. They're doing it fast. So they're given a target at the end of this year. Then this short side will be take place by 98 systems. So the total being based on amount of the road that we use. So it is user based. So that is certainly how. Already for 1 year between Delhi and Mumbai, Delhi. On this highway, right? They already been doing that. Testing is completed for almost a year. Now it is ready. So you won't see any more of those fast times.
So then we know tools.
So two boats in the phone. Phone will do that. Oh,
That's all every day, but the tools can help.
so that will put that.
That's big, actually.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been quite some time in India. And so, I've been seeing it from the toll routes where we had to give. Then fast card was like a big change. And this is impressive.
I thought I should tell you about this, the NavIC is really cheap problem. The topic of this, IRNSS.
The transmittal movements, external movement, and compared to GPS, that. And it's also cycle,
It's especially, one issue with GPS is there. Availability of GPS satellites are not there. So when India is there, in a very that what happens of a minute. This non-availability can be from 20 seconds to 20 minutes to 180 minutes. Up to 3 minutes. So we cannot use it in this set of continental shift that I want to do out there. Other navigations are only there, which can be placed and be used. Because navigation is 24/7 minutes. That's all. And you can discuss further on this.
okay, I will that's differential using GPS based on the
GPS, which you the new concept of GPS is we don't want to have it in now. We do not have differential system, not different.
Yes.
What they have is arterial calculation, not required for you. Because that's why it's a very good. Okay, that's how GPS is non-availability of GPS. And because of the availability of GPS, you go for differential calculation, you go for article calculation. Now it is something different. You don't need all.
So there is a option. I have seen in internet. There were so many GPS pages, and they monitor and they real time mode. There is a pulse, there is a matter. So at a very subtle level, can navigate handle that kind of things.
Yes, now they are doing it with the exorbitant cost. That is it. In that system, they will be having a GPS network. They will be connected to the internet to 2-3 infection cycles centers. I will define our viewers. Always not it. Now they just don't put one what is a instrument on a small board. That will give you same in the what is the usage, whatever you want for the company. Just with a small stick, you can handle that.
GPS 24 supply of illicit supply, limited supply, we provide that much accuracy alone.
That is what you are doing now. This mindset. Therefore, it's a beginning. It's something for that. Should we come to our office here in India? Look at the Bangalore. See for it. We are upgrading in along the Bay of Bengal. There is some translation takes place for banking ships. We are upgrading the system. From the life sciences, we upgraded the system. I was just found 3 meters.
But they want billing access.
The positive transition being a positive applications. Today, our is 3 million understanding. That we finish in submit your documents. Anything wants to there today, maybe we sell that 3 million. But that's one for structure. Mostly for useful application, it's being used for commercial motors and supposed to separate. For example, we have agreements with drones. We have demonstrated that using NavIC, we can put a drone on a 10 centimeter apart. Very easy to go up and down with this system. 9 feet, because GPS level is so large, non-availability is there. GPS as a concept is not used in NavIC. But if you have it, you can track the data going like this. So number of tons of this thing can be calculated.
Now, what is the question? At a drone level, what are the things required? Because I mean, quite a few startups, especially in rural areas, are prone to precision farming.
That's correct.
But the question which I think the challenge which they have is capacity to or the capability to have a drone, which can
We have a small drone navigation unit, ID compress,
I see.
You just remove it, maybe the sheeting that's maybe get on top,
Okay.
and plug this in. So,
I see.
so that is all. That is one of the services required from our TIH.
I see.
It's all the learning integration.
Is it?
Integration, the government is also saying now, what devices can have been done, same time. Don't say that, happy but say that.
That's a big picture.
Yeah, may ask it.
Yeah.
If you are using there will be two types of things, fix off and HERE or navigation, things like that, then don't get solutions like what we see.
The other thing is, the atmospheric, one of the district administration requirement is how to get a real-time information about real rains. Usually. So I think this is a challenge which is there in the market right now.
Very simple, I do a paper.
Okay.
Yesterday, people.
I see.
Yesterday, Navik yesterday can use to calculate thunderstorm forming in the indirectly very effective. Someone published a paper, 2022 paper. 10 paper. So we use Navik receiver with their concept to develop a solution. We can predict the rainfall. See, our rainfall system is higher than
Yeah, that's right. That's it. Yeah.
that's a macro.
Yes.
We are reducing 20 kilometers. Our Kalpana with statics and carbon emission that is 20 kilometers. Even then, it's not good for the precision agreement.
Yes.
Precision agreement, so we go to different, very easy for under
I know.
for offer number only, one to be there. Fine, we do that, then next one not be there. It's predicted, now we can get. So, it's not a example. Someone who did a study, that don't publish the paper also.
I see. So there are some sort of doing IoT based sensors. But the problem is how many sensors we put in a district. It's very difficult for us.
16 support with Navik, we can put one million sensors per square kilometer.
Yes.
That is
That's a
a
big one.
Yeah, that's it. And especially what the about remote operations in order, life critical applications.
Yeah.
It is supported.
Fantastic.
So these are the parameters for me.
So where is this data?
The system value, you want to take it, free of charge, you don't have to single for me.
Okay.
You know, they don't have to single.
So we need to make the request or it's available?
Not required, available, actually coordinating on this, we are there in total. TIH is for coordinating on this. Approvals, independent of me. We will put it on labs. For the different advanced labs, or the different integration lab. We are trying to put up a timing lab.
Actually, all economic blocks compared to Americans.
Navik atomic clock, yeah, the atomic clock maintained by ISRO. The reference also factor and get something. This atomic clock is 10 in the state. GPS clocks are 30 in the state. So our is 1%. And there was calculation parameter because of signal sector of interest, they decided to only this. Our signal sections are divided into this, what is the digit. So our business is small calculation, we get a clock. We got a clock, which can be different our digit. Again, the government is so the clock will go to people.
Report compared to America instead of
This is a by marketing, people are GPS were doing all this. One clock, whenever the new system, that is something we say. The clock, which was ancient was very good, is accepted. Why they put a new clock? No one is talking about a new clock, everyone is talking about that one. That is 2016, 2019. It is there in 2023.
mastering, they are so precise, their visuals is so precise. Their satellite images are not that much accurate compared to Einstein.
That is it. See, this is accurate navigation system. Our remote sensors are made for the visual capabilities. See, those are things, those are, whether it is a synthetic aperture radar or it is a remote payload.
GPS on board is not so accurate compared to one.
No, that's right. They were using GPS so far. Now we use Navik system.
Yes. We have more we use it, more people are using it. Probably we tend to go towards. I think it's all about the acceptance now. Let's go to industry acceptance for startups coming with it. Industries flourish. And obviously, I think it will Like on the cost network, one survey of India is used for this ship and other things. That is not very. But again, cost is this GPS and other. And so we're not getting. Yes.
Okay, now we can.
I think the thing which I think I can also be looking at cost and have this scenario. So thank you so much for all the panel members. I think we got the information. We got the history to know about the start of it. Then we also learned like where all we can use the COVID education so that have a little bit of PMP also we saw from the proposal, and then also gave us some kind of why now NavIC is important and how startups can kind of use it and that the technology innovation I basically trying to make sure that we promote NavIC PNP systems. And in fact, NavIC game changer is something like doing something in 22nd. All of you are invited to that we all the people working in NavIC on one platform. So this is again one of the initiatives on technology innovation. So with that, I think I would like to thank all of you. We continue to kind of bring NavIC to the picture of the day, and hope we'll see next year when we meet again in the same conference. We have a system set up with much better. Thank you so much.
Thank you.